want to tell you a story about a woman. She got pregnant and became very sick. She was so sick, she didn't understand what was happening to her. She couldn't even stand up from where she lay down. She thought she was going to die. And then it occurred to her that she could actually find out what was happening to her from a hospital. She got to the hospital with her husband. The doctor conducted a test. Voila! She was pregnant. And then the doctor made her to understand that pregnancy was not a baby's play. It had first trimester, second trimester, and third trimester, and each of the trimesters were going to come with very challenging problems. Each month, each day, each week, with diverse kind of problems she cannot explain. And he, as a doctor, cannot even explain either. And then she got home. She was prepared for the worst, and she got the worst. She was so sick, she thought she was going to die. The first month passed, the second, the third, and then, of course, that the first trimester is usually one of the most challenging when it comes to pregnancy. She couldn't eat anything because whatever entered in her mouth was vomited. She couldn't eat. She was so sick, and then she called the doctor and asked the doctor, "Isn't there anything you can give to me to make me feel a little okay?" The doctor said, "I'm sorry, ma'am. There's nothing I can give you. There's nothing I can do. You just have to be strong because this journey is going to be tough and it's going to be long." And then every day, every night, sleeping was a problem until the first trimester was over. The second trimester came with its own challenges of eating, what to eat. She couldn't slide down properly. The third trimester was the worst. I'm summarizing it because if you've never been pregnant, you'll never, ever understand what it means to be pregnant. And after all the hurdles of pregnancy, she got into labor, and then she faced another hell on earth. She labored for 3 days. 3 days of pain, untold pain. I mean, if you know that kind of pain you feel, if you have ever cracked 2 of your bones at a time, like 2 of your bones, 2 of your legs were crushed. I don't know if it can even be compared to that, but let me just measure it. And then eventually she was taken to the hospital. The baby was not forthcoming. The doctor had to induce her again. She was induced and she got into the labor room. The baby was too big. She pushed and pushed. The baby was not forthcoming. And eventually the nurse got a razor blade and cut open her vagina from top to bottom to let the baby come out. And then the baby came forth, and it was a baby boy. And with the kind of joy she felt, she forgot the kind of pain she was going to pass through healing. The stitching came and became another pain untold. She was stitched up, and for weeks, for days, for months, she couldn't walk properly. As a matter of fact, that birth dislocated one of her joints, so it took her months to become herself again. And it still left an indelible mark because somehow she still limped a little when she walked. And then the training of the child, mothers will relate to this. You can believe the fact that mothers can relate, because I have been to labor room myself, not once, not twice, not this is almost like the 3rd time. So I understand perfectly what she went through. And then the sleepless nights, The baby would wake up at night, would want to eat. She would wake up. She practically slept just 2 to 3 hours in the night. And it continued until the baby was able to walk and became a toddler. And then the father, of course, was loving, providing, taking care of the family, enrolled the baby in school. Not like they had much, but they did all they could. They gathered every resources, their sweat, their blood, their youthful strength to put him through school. They took him through school, got to university level, brought him out, gathered every resources they had left and established him in a business. And then he started doing fine. Thank God he wasn't an unreasonable child. He knew how much his parents suffered, and he was going to make them proud no matter what. And then the time came, they started pressuring him. You have to get a wife, settle down, get your own home. They didn't even consider, oh, you haven't taken care of us, you have to take care of us. They had forgotten the fact that, they wanted the best for their child, so they had to put their own interests aside. And then the young man had to pick a wife, and then, unfortunately, he picked an unfortunate lady who would want his mother dead, because she doesn't want a mother-in-law. She doesn't want to contest the feeling of her husband with another woman. A lot of the young ladies have this intention. I can tell you that I can tell you that categorically, because I was once a young lady. I didn't have that in mind. Don't tell me, so you thought about that. No. I know what some people said to me. At a point, when a suitor came for me, I told somebody, the person was like, is the mother alive? I said, yes. Said, wow. And the another person came, I said, he said, is his mother alive? I said, no. He said, wow, you're lucky. What is this wickedness? What is this wickedness? How do you intend that a woman who has gone through hell to bring in the man you want to settle down with, you want her dead before you get married to her son? You want her to labor in vain. You want her not to reap from her sufferings. Why do people have children? It's not for their children to take care of them when they are old. And then when they are supposed to take care of these aged ones, these old ones, you're wishing them dead before you marry them. Sister, before you meet that young man, you will die first. I'm telling you for free, you will die. Anybody that wants to marry my brother and wants my mother dead before she comes into the family, Father Lord, may that person die before you ever meet my brother. What wickedness! Hey God. See, I don't care the problems you think you've witnessed with mother-in-laws. I know there can be very rude and wicked mother-in-laws. There are ways to roll with people. There are ways to mingle with people. You find out how best to roll with her. Find out how best to ignore her. Find out how best to just allow her problems be, rather than wishing her dead before you get married to her. Sister, you will die first. I'm telling you, wherever you are, you're wishing your mother-in-law, you want to marry a boy that the mother is dead. Before you meet that boy, you will die first. And if you don't die first and you eventually get married to him, when you are finished giving birth to your own son and you have trained him, before he will even finish university, you will die. Yes, you have to die, so that, because the other girl that is coming also may also want a man that his mother is dead. So you will die too before your own son gets married. When we talk about witchcraft, you people think it's only when somebody goes to juju, collect juju, and put on the road for somebody. No. Sometimes the intent of your heart can show that you are even worse than witches. Hey, God. See, if you have such intentions, you better stop it and ask God for forgiveness. Stop it and ask God for forgiveness. Because I'm telling you, the thunder that will fire you, it has not been cooked. Because the furnace it will be cooked in has not even been prepared. It will be prepared specially for you. Don't tell me anything about how mother-in-law. You have not even had the mother-in-law. You've not even married the man yet. You're praying for his mother to die. You will die first. You will die first. There's no way you will not die before that woman. Hey, God. Some of you, if you become mother-in-law, you even be more terrible than the woman you think is going to be your mother. You'll be more terrible. Please. Pray when you're getting married, as you're praying for a good husband. Pray also to find favor before your in-laws. Pray to find favor before you. Of course, not every in-laws now. The most important people that you would not want, you should not have problem with, is the father and the mother. Once you're good with them, you're good to go. Pray to have favor before them. Don't harbor evil, death, murder of these people in their hearts, in your heart, before you even get to meet them. Pray. As you're praying for a good husband, pray for good in-laws too. Don't tell me about how wicked mother-in-laws. You have no right to think that the mother of the person you want to get married to should be dead before you meet her. And my prayer for you is that if you are thinking and you're saying that, you will die before you meet him. Yes, since death is a good thing. Please. It is witchcraft. It is wickedness. Stop it. Stop it. If you want the best, prepare yourself for the best. And I'm telling you, God will come through for you. If you have in-law problems, don't worry. God will come through for you. Except you actually use your hand to jump into a family where you were not even wanted in the first place. You use yourself to force yourself into their lives. I'm not talking about that now. But please, I'm saying it categorically. Change the intents of your heart. Change the intent of your heart. Sometimes you don't know how God does things. With this kind of heart you have, that your mother-in-law should die before you get there, you will see God will just turn the heart of the man totally towards the mother. Totally. So that when you're there, they don't even know you're there. Please, except you know that you don't want to reap the labor from your own children. Don't wish a woman that has labored for her own children for years to die before you meet her. Thank you. As you listen and change. I am not saying this to quarrel you. I'm just angry because that thought alone used to hurt me. I can't imagine my own son now. As I have suffered this much. He will want to get married and the daughter-in-law is wishing that I am dead. You will die first. If you are interested in counseling and services, Marriage Restore offers marital counseling and services. If you want us to be with you, help you make decisions, help you take steps that will change your life, we are there. Contact us and we will help you through. You are so special.